right from the dot. Are you always this prompt?
Yes, I'm just a machine.
Good. I love to tinker with machinery.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most flawless pairings in the world of dance.
I believe that our partnership wouldn't have been such a great success were it not for the difference in our ages.
Number 10, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Is she taking you to the dance?
Well, that all depends.
On what?
On you.
When these two superstars matched their moves for the musical film Grease, they made cinematic history. With their electric chemistry, they had fans swooning left and right.
Tell me about it, stud.
Olivia's irresistible charm during You're the One That I Want even gave Travolta heart palpitations in his own words. However, did you know that we almost didn't get this iconic duo? Newton-John joined the cast after being promised that she wouldn't have to dance much. As she got into the groove, she was the one who requested choreographer Patricia Birch teach her more steps. Thanks to the change of heart, we get to see her and John set the dance floor on fire during the hand jive contest, albeit briefly.
Come on now, hand jive!
Number 9, Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. There will never be another Johnny and Baby. Those two gave us the most classic enemies to lovers transition in Dirty Dancing. And it just so happens that Swayze and Grey had been clashing in real life too since working on Red Dawn.
I can't even do the merengue. Johnny, you're a strong partner. You can lead anybody.
But you heard her. She can't even do the merengue. She can't do it. She cannot do it.
The tension was amplified because he grew up dancing and was serious about it like Johnny, whereas Jennifer was a newbie like her character. So in essence, their off-screen relationship was following their on-screen arc.
By the second turn, you really had it.
Yeah, but I didn't do the lift.
You did real good.
Their dynamic translated into a deeply immersive performance, where their dance spoke louder than 1,000 words. We needed no dialogue to convince us that these two were head over heels in love. When she jumped into his arms, which by the way was never rehearsed, we just knew. Number 8, Les Twins. These French brothers have been in sync since the day they were born. Laurent and Larry Nicolas Bourgeois, the youngest of 9 siblings, discovered dance together. Their shared passion pushed them to explore the art form by themselves.
I don't think I'm special. I just think that people are scared to be themselves, and this is what we're doing the best. I don't try to be Les Twins. I'm Les Twins.
As they absorbed techniques from different styles like locking and popping, breakdance, hip-hop, and even ballet, they started creating their own signature infusion. As preteens, they were already choreographing moves and performing on stage. Competitions were the obvious next step, and they nailed every attempt, garnering global attention for winning World of Dance. Today, you'll see the twins dancing with the greats like Beyoncé and Jason Derulo. In fact, they are celebrities in their own right.
Who is the most creative?
Not Larry. You cannot say.
Okay, I cannot say, but who got more ideas?
Number 7, Michael Malitowski and Joanna Leunis. Widely regarded as two of the top names in the history of professional Latin dance, this duo embodies the very essence of musicality. Although they've both had other collaborators in their careers, the equation they shared with each other was inimitable. When they moved, they appeared flawlessly intertwined, almost as if they were reading each other's minds. No wonder they swept titles like championships with ease. This partnership extended beyond the stage and they welcomed a lovely daughter together. However, the two have since parted ways, both professionally and personally. Nevertheless, their legacy lives on.
Nobody told me about her. What could I do?
Number 6, George Balanchine and Suzanne Farrell.
49, 50 years older than I was. But so I had the benefit of all his experience, all the ballets he did before I was even born, plus the ballets that he did when we were working together up until he died. So it was like I lived his lifetime in my short career as a dancer. So.
The father of American ballet and his teenage prodigy reportedly had a problematic relationship. After Suzanne fell in love with and married Paul Mejia, she was apparently all but forced to leave the New York City Ballet. Yet some of her most dazzling moments professionally were when she danced to Balanchine's choreography, or better yet, shared the stage with him.
In 1965, when Mr. Balanchine said he wanted to do Don Quixote for me, a big full evening ballet, that was probably the turning point of my life as a professional dancer.
Balanchine himself was a master of his craft, but he also had a way of putting Farrell in her element, allowing her strengths to truly shine. Together, they were a vision to behold.
There's just no end to how hard someone's willing to work when you have their belief in you. It's where technique doesn't really play as big a part as how you look at the picture, the part that you play in the picture.
Number 5, Mikhail Baryshnikov and Kirkland.
She could dance the way no one else had dared. From the cover of Time when she was 25, to her unequaled partnership with the finest male dancer of the decade, Mikhail Baryshnikov, Misha, who asked her to dance with him when he defected from the Soviet Union.
These two ballet artists created a most ethereal blend of technical perfection and emotional nuance. They joined forces during their time at the American Ballet Theater in the 70s and soared to prominence hand in hand. Their performance of The Nutcracker was met with a wide audience, thanks to being aired on TV, and remains a tour de force to this day. With their palpable chemistry, the lines between art and life were often blurred, as the two shared a passionate love affair. However, when they slipped into character, it was a metamorphosis worthy of infinite applause. One may argue Baryshnikov had a more creative and groundbreaking turn working with Twyla Tharp. Still, Mikhail and Gelsey will never go out of style. Number 4, Margot Fonteyn and Rudolf Nureyev. The prima ballerina assoluta of the Royal Ballet met one of her most brilliant partners when she was well on her way to retirement.
It sort of charged the performance that we were both going out there, inspired, egged on, as it were, by the other one, and also with absolutely the same objective about what this performance should produce, and somehow it just worked.
Dame Fonteyn was in her 40s, and Nureyev was fresh-faced and in his 20s, yet they clicked like artistic soulmates.
We moved in one way where it was very complementary, every arm movement, or every head movement. There were no more cultural gaps, age difference. We've been absorbed in characterization.
Choreographer Sir Frederick Ashton, who originally created Marguerite and Armand exclusively for the pair, said theirs was, quote, the world's most exciting dance partnership. When they took to the stage as Romeo and Juliet in Sir Kenneth Macmillan's production, they gave the audience a taste of heaven. Understandably, people went gaga over the two and their praises spread far and wide. Even today, there is no other duo in the history of ballet that can top Fonteyn and Nureyev.
Public was enthralled. I think only because we were enthralled with each other and with what we did with the role.
Number 3, Gene Kelly and Sid Charisse.
I had a crazy notion you and I should get better acquainted.
I see.
Besides, I think you're about the prettiest program coordinator I've ever seen.
One is a legend from the golden age of Hollywood, and the other had her legs insured for $5 million. When Gene Kelly danced with Sid Charisse, it was impossible to take one's eyes off them. First rose to prominence when Sid joined Gene as a stand-in for Debbie Reynolds in Singin' in the Rain. That sparked a solid partnership, with the pair coming together again for Brigadoon. Although Kelly was hard on Charisse, often leaving her, quote, black and blue, their on-screen dynamic was simply addictive. Number 2. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. If there's any dance duo that can be called truly generation-defining, it's this one. Classic Hollywood mainstays, Fred and Ginger created magic on screen.
And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Their long-term collaboration birthed 10 timeless films, including The Gay Divorcee, Top Hat, Swing Time, and Shall We Dance. The twosome was commercially successful, played off of each other's artistic genius, and reflected one another's shine. They adored each other off-screen and constantly denied rumors of conflict, which they claimed were fabricated for the press. After a long and fruitful partnership, Fred and Ginger went their separate ways when their artistic ambitions pulled them in different directions. That said, their impact remains unbeatable.
The way you've changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Nicholas Brothers.
I'm gonna send a wire, hopping on a flyer, leaving today. Am I dreaming? I can hear screaming. Hiya, Mr. Jackson. Everything's okay.
Any number of superlatives would fall short for this fantastic duo. The Nicholas Brothers grew up surrounded by music. Their parents were musicians, and Philadelphia, where they were raised, had a bustling vaudeville and jazz scene. With culture as their only teacher, Fayard and Harold combined acrobatics and tap, reimagining their own version of Flashdance. Their vibrant creativity was unlike anything people had seen, and the brothers were booked and busy. They quickly became Tinseltown favorites, and as the good times rolled, their style continued to evolve with novelty. Suffice it to say, they were the GOAT. If you could get front row tickets to watch any of these duos live, who would you go for? Tell us in the comments.
I'll be waiting for you in my room, 216 at midnight.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.